one, you're on.
All right, I'm here with Flea Ruzic, Shawn Wood. Shawn Wood, right?
Connor Ferguson, not related to Chris.
That's right.
Okay.
We got names down here. You guys have put together a science experiment of a sprint car here at Knoxville. Can you explain what's going on here?
So I've always had this idea. I wanted to bring a car to Knoxville, just a bucket list thing. So we're driving home from somewhere. Don't remember. It was probably 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 guys in the same car for a long time. Usually bad stuff comes out of it. So he's like, let's do it. So I told him what some of my ideas were. He's like, those are pretty wild. I'm in. So 2 months ago, we got tubing in. Went to Springfield for 4 days and been up the chassis.
We come here first. We watched the non-wing race here first. Come here for the USAC show,
Yep.
and I think that's kind of where a lot of it started.
Yeah. So on that Monday, we went to Springfield and started pulling metal out of the rack and started bending and notching and coping and welding and got the chassis to a good spot where I could bring it home to Memphis. And we finished the car down there, basically. We had no trailer, no truck, no parts, just a chassis. And one of my employees, Cody Hayes, he did all the welding. He's a great fabricator just as well. And he finished out what we needed. Fleek had to come down a couple times to bail me out because we were running so far behind.
I come down to hang out with Sammy.
That's true.
Me and Sammy, we hang out, we play guitar together, play pinball, go watch band stuff like that. And then at this time, we still didn't have a driver. So we're like, man, maybe let's see if the old man will give it a try. He's done this stuff before. He could shorten the learning curve. So then he got involved.
That's awesome. And then, so explain to me, like, I'm dumb, not hard to imagine, I'm not far off, right? Explain to me what's different between this car and all the other sprint cars you have in the pit area with the coils and everything like that.
It would be easier to tell you what's the same.
Okay.
The left rear rail.
That's the one part?
It's the same.
Yeah.
So really, that's the truth.
So what was your approach here, your reasoning for where you put the shocks, where you angled stuff?
Wanted to try something different. This track's specific. I mean, there's no other track like it. It's an awesome place. I've always loved the place. This car will probably only go around Knoxville, and that's it. So
Maybe
after
Charlotte.
maybe
It'd bottom out about anywhere else.
Yeah. So it's not made for anywhere but here, actually. So years of video and watching cars, decided there was some things left on the table that I thought were worth chasing. And I don't know if it's any better or not, but I wanted to try it just to get it out of my head more than anything. And we've tried it. It went around the track, which was a miracle. And
we didn't cut anything either. I mean, it just basically the way we brought it here to practice it, we only got about 14, 15 practice laps. Yeah. And it made a good circle. Like, man, we need to work on motor and start trimming it out now. And unfortunately, our preliminary night didn't work so good.
Yeah.
But
you had a brand new U-joint that broke?
Yeah, and I guess one of our suppliers had found a couple of them on their shelf that had similar issues. Yeah. So it's kind of a problem or whatever. And the time frame we were in, when we practiced it, we had a motor, and we're like, man, we think it'll qualify good. We're not sure. So then Shawn went and bought another motor, and we just put it on.
My wife said this.
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
So when we put the stuff in, I mean, we're kind of at a time crunch. I mean, we're behind on everything, and then our wings didn't show up. I mean, we were supposed to have wings on Monday. That didn't show up until Wednesday at noon.
It's supposed to happen July 15th.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of things that just put us behind. I mean, the supply chain issues really killed us bad, on timeline. So most of the stuff we control, we build everything ourselves, so we control a lot of it. But the things that were out of our control are the things that kind of been our problem right now, So.
Yeah, I mean, I could put a pile of things that we bought, and it wouldn't be a big pile. Everything's built for this car. I build radius rods and suspension parts anyway. That's one of the jobs that we have. And if it's on the car, we probably built it. Not many purchase parts at all.
Well, I'm a bit spotty on my sprint car history, and I've only heard good things about you, and you as well a little bit. Everything associated with this car, for sure.
Under the radar for this stuff.
But I remember going to Tulsa and seeing a crowd of people gathered around to see a guy named Kyle Larson.
Yep.
And later in the night, there's a wrecked car, and someone's getting in there, fixing it, welding it together. And they've got a group bigger than what Kyle's group looked like, and it was people watching you work.
Yeah. seems like everybody likes to watch somebody work. You know, I mean, everybody lines up for that. Nobody lines up to get and do the work, but actually, like at my fab shop, we build maybe 50 new cars a year between micros, midgets, sprint cars, and my attention span is like short. So I hate building the same thing twice. Mm-hmm. So once I figure something out, I mean, I'm done. And I like moving on. So I like repairing cars, and we probably repair a couple hundred cars, 200, 250 cars a year. And the more messed up they are, the more I like them. I just like the challenge of getting it straight and getting it back together. And then usually once I get everything real close, I'll send it down the line and have one of my guys put all the tubing and everything in it and get it finished up. But I like the challenge of, I want somebody to tell me it's not possible, because that's what I like doing. You know, that's for me.
That's awesome.
There's been more than one crew chief come by and tell us that there's no way this thing's going to work. So, you know, I wouldn't hire him.
And if it doesn't work, you know, if it's good, bad, or whatever, you know, I mean, you know, we did it our way and tried something different. You know, we didn't come here expecting to win. He had a bucket list. Sammy wants to drive. We think it's good. We all think it's good. Otherwise, we wouldn't try it. But, you know, as much as the thrill of the competition is good, I think we all enjoy the challenge of developing something. You know, so many teams, they can't do that because there's points on the line. They're racing for money. They're trying to earn a living, and there's no time. You know, I mean, when they experiment with a different torsion bar size. I mean, we experimented with everything, just wiped the slate clean and did it all fresh. So, you know, there's probably a lot of people that would want to do that. There's probably not many people capable of doing that, you know, because they don't have fabricate, you know, they have to hire somebody to build the car and do that stuff. So we're fortunate between the three of us, there's probably not much we aren't able to do.
Yeah, so one thing I do want to point out is there were things on the car that didn't make it. Once Sammy came into the picture about a month ago, he's like, yeah, I'm going to have to pull you back off the cliff on this one. So he's really been an unbelievable mentor educator. His car knowledge is absolutely elite. I've never heard things from a driver that he can talk about.
And every piece of the car, it doesn't matter if it's fuel injection or bleeders. I mean, whatever. Spline wheels. I invented the spline wheel. Okay, yeah. They're just, like I said, it's between the three of us, man, there's not much we can't do.
The way he can explain things to myself and to my fabricator, Cody, it's been so easy. I mean, he's even got jokes, you know, so they're not funny, but he's got jokes.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you both taking the time, and I can't wait to see if this experiment works.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
It's on Dirt Vision tonight. Tune in.